I made a meme. This is a meme. Take it for what you will. In response to my query on if anybody had any videos of... My dog is snoring, by the way, so enjoy that. In response to my query on if anybody had any videos of the incident that landed Mr. Freeman charged with 602.1 subsection B, as well as criminal charges for monkey and furry potato, I was directed to this stream by Blackcoat Media, Felipe Hemming. And it is an excellent video. I am in substantial agreement with most of it. There is, I think, a real issue with people in the community taking advantage of the community financially, or breaking laws that aren't the right laws to break. Like if you're trying to secure filming, then the only thing that you should be doing is filming. You should not be unlawfully interfering with the business. You should not be harassing people. You should not be causing a public disturbance. You should be filming. That's it. That's how you challenge laws against filming, or rules, regulations, policies, etc. against filming. So I am in substantial agreement with Felipe on this video. It is an excellent video. I strongly recommend you watch it. Of course, links will be in the description. I am not surprised that it has this ratio, but I have a feeling that more people are losing their charity for some of these auditors who are going around just being douchebags, just breaking laws, being douchebags. Like the Tucson guys, the Tucson police suck. They went in, they pissed off every single citizen, private citizen in that courthouse that they had that had to endure the disruption of their antics, that had to be filmed in dealing with. When you're dealing with the court clerk, you may be dealing with, I don't know, divorce settlements or divorce judgments. You may be dealing with them on child custody situations, on restraining orders, getting, writs filed or restraining orders filed, just different things, getting copies of different things that maybe you don't want to have filmed. It's public. Well, no, typically in a courthouse, you can't film. Typically, you can't film. I'm very amazed at the restraint that the Tucson courts and the Tucson police have shown, because through the, hour or so of video that these 3 mentally challenged persons filmed that I've watched, not once were they stopped from filming. And yet there they are the whole time saying, "Oh, it's a constitutional right to film. You can't stop us from filming." Numbnuts, they weren't trying to stop you from filming. They were trying to stop you from creating public disturbances, from interfering with the business that was going on there with the court clerks. Anyway, I digress. So this is a shout out for this video in particular. I am not subbed to him. I don't have a particular fascination with watching 2-hour-long streams of him rambling on and cherry picking news sources to show you about how bad the cops are. You never see him cherry pick a source that shows how good the cops are, like when they save a baby or rescue a kitten from a tree or whatever. I don't know, do a toy drive or a charity drive or something like that. You never see him show those. So he's very biased, and that's fine. He's entitled to his opinion. I support him having and sharing his opinion, but recognize the bias when it's there. And yes, the cops do need to be called out when they're doing wrong. Absolutely. Absolutely. They do. They definitely do. And if they break any laws, then I think the criminal justice system should be harder on them than they are on anybody else, because these are the guys that we pay to defend us from criminals, not to prey upon us. So absolutely, they need to be called out. But just remember, he's only showing you the bad stuff. And if you just swallow the bad stuff over and over and over again, you will have a biased view of the police. Just saying. There are good ones out there, or there at any given time, because of the lack of prosecutions against the police, considering how many there are. There's like 3 million-ish police in the U.S. and probably tens of thousands of interactions between citizens and police officers a day in the U.S. I mean, if they were really as bad as some of these people think, there would be a lot of lawsuits. There would be a lot of hurt people. There would be a lot of just real unrest with the police. And despite what you see in this community, there isn't. Nobody likes to see the cops pull up behind them. But if you look at the cop sites, there's overwhelming support. I mean, big people in the cop watching community, like News Now Houston, 60,000 subs. That's a relatively small cop advocate channel. So do without what you will. There are cop advocate channels out there with millions of subs. So anyway, back to my point. So all in all, I tend to agree with his analysis on just about everything. It is a very good video. Highly recommend it. One thing that I do want to point out, though, is that he does state that Furry Potato has an unlicensed firearm. Now, if she disclosed that to Krista, his wife, the attorney, as part of the attorney-client relationship, then that is confidential information. Now, you could hear Krista in the background agreeing that Furry Potato has an unlicensed firearm. I do not know, nor do I claim to know, whether or not Furry Potato has an unlicensed firearm, nor am I advocating anybody push to do anything about this. I am just trying to find a little bit of legal analysis where I may differ with Mr. Hemming, so that I can make a video where I'm not just stroking his e-penis. You're welcome. You're welcome for that. You're welcome for that image in your mind of me stroking his e-penis and giving him that face. You're welcome. I'm not charging you for that. I won't be billing you for that as part of anything. Anyway, Rule 3-100, confidential information of a client. You do need to not reveal it unless they're about to commit a criminal act that may result in the death or substantial bodily harm to an individual. E1, this is 6068 of the Business and Profession Code. E1, they have to maintain inviolate the confidence and at every peril to himself or herself preserve the secrets of his or her client. And if you're saying, well, it was Mr. Hemming, not Mrs. Hemming, that disclosed it, it does apply to employees. The duties set forth in Rule 3.110 include the duties to supervise. So the duty of confidence or competence includes the duty to supervise the work of subordinate attorney and non-attorney employees or agents. So as part of her duty of competence, she is required to supervise her employee, Mr. Hemming. Mr. Hemming is not a partner. If he is a partner in the law firm, then that is a different violation of the California rules of professional conduct for attorneys. So I'm going to assume that she is not that incompetent that she would create a partnership with a non-attorney. So I'm going to assume that Mr. Hemming, who claims he works for and with her, that he is her employee or agent, in which case she has a duty to supervise him, meaning that she has a duty to prevent him from releasing the confidential information of her clients that have been acquired through the attorney-client relationship, which means that he his not maintaining and violate the confidence of the client, even an ex-client, would be a violation. Now, the underlying assumption there is that they learned about the unlicensed firearm through the attorney-client relationship. And if they did not, then everything I just said is completely meaningless, and he did nothing wrong. And she did nothing wrong. And I personally don't care whether they did or they didn't. The people who will know are Furry Potato and the Hemmings. And they can figure out whether or not there was a breach of the attorney-client relationship there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Do give this video a watch if you're at all interested. Like I said, I actually don't have any real issue with Mr. Hemming. It will be interesting to see if he copy strikes this video. I think he just copy struck the only other video I've really done on him because he wanted to get my name to make sure that I am actually an attorney. So I'm wondering if he's going to copy strike this one. It'll be interesting. It'll be something fun. We could learn something new together. But thanks for watching. Have a great day, and please try not to violate any actual laws out there.